Stalling sets up away. And it's a fastball, and he drills it deep left center field, headed toward the wall. It's out of here! Pete Alonso with his second of the day, and gives the Mets the lead in the top of the eighth. A laser beam. His 22nd of the year, and it's 4-3 New York.
The Mets in their black jerseys this evening calling on David Peterson to take the start in place of Chris Bassett. Simeon chases.
The chase up like he does right there.
The 1-2 to Cole Calhoun. 2-2 and Ace here. It's an out. 2-2 and he takes a big chase. Another strikeout for David Peterson. Swing and a miss. 6 strikeouts for David Peterson. Payoff pitch. And the appeal, he went. Big strikeout here. 0-2, swing and a miss. 2-2, he does. Peterson continues to roll his 10th strikeout. He has done this twice in his career. 2 on, 2 out. A rocket out to right field. See ya later. Eduardo Escobar, his 7th home run, a 3-run blast. Mets boost ahead, a 4-1 lead.
Goes right back in, and Escobar drives one deep to left, headed toward the wall, and it's out of here. Escobar strikes again. Left-handed home run last night, right-handed home run today, and it cuts the Texas lead to 5-3.
First pitch.
Adolis Garcia, first pitch swinging, and a beautiful lunge by Lindor to pick off the line drive. One pitch, one spectacular out.
Hanging slider, and luckily Garcia did not get a lift on this. This was a bullet. Nice play by Senor Lindor.
Now here's McNeil. And McNeil drives one down the right field line. That's going to go to the corner, and that'll score Alonso. McNeil into second base with an RBI double, and the Mets go back and forth. Escobar, who struck out his first time up. And he launches one out to right center field. Back goes Garcia to the track, looking up, and it's out of here! Eduardo Escobar is homered for the 3rd consecutive game. A 2-run shot for Escobar, and it's 4-1 New York. Came into this series. What a base hit on a slider his first time up. And he hits this slider in the air to deep right field. Back goes Almora to the track. Back at the wall. It's out of here. Brandon Nimmo clubs a 3-run homer. And the Mets jump in front 3-0. Number 6 for Nimmo. And the Mets strike first at Great American Ballpark. 1-2 coming from Strickland to Marte. Grounded foul. A fair over the bag. And that's going to go down to the corner. Nimmo to third. He's being waved home. Nimmo is going to score. And the Mets have tied it. Marte just keeping that ball fair over the bag. He drives in the tying one with a double. And the Mets have drawn even 3-3 in the 9th. What an enormous hit from Marte. 0-2 to Smith. And Dom pulls one over the bag. That's a fair ball going down the line, and the Mets will take the lead. Inciarte scores. Dom goes to second. He's got his 2nd double of the night. This one drives in the go-ahead run, and the Mets go in front 4-3 in the 10th.
Big knock for Dom Smith. That must feel great for him. Settled down, concentrated, got the fastball up again, and pulled it right over the bag.
His 2nd double of the night, his 3rd RBI in this series.
For the lead as a Met.
They're tied. Yes, he can pass him if he gets hit. This is hit in the air to right field. It's deep. Back goes Naquin, back near the wall, and it's out of here! Brandon Nimmo comes crashing down with a 3-run homer. and the Mets have put up a 5 spot in the 10th inning. Nimmo's second 3-run homer of the series, and it's 8-3 New York in the 10th.
Flying out to center his first time up.
And he hits one in the air to deep left field. Back goes Birdie to the warning track, looking up. It's out of here! James McCann crushes a 3-run homer. Big hit last night for McCann. Bigger hit tonight. 3-run homer, James McCann, his second of the year, and it's 6-0.
Drove into center field by Sanchez, and
Nimmo makes a tremendous play. Oh, wow, Brandon Nimmo. Spectacular play by Brandon to rob Sanchez of an extra base hit. And Davis launches one deep left field. Back goes Birdie to the warning track at the wall. It's out of here. Grand slam, J.D. Davis. J.D. brings the house down, and it's 10-0 New York. First career grand slam for J.D. Davis. A 5.
Throwing up today's ceremonial first pitch from his familiar first base position, Keith Hernandez. Our ceremonial veteran is Keith's brother Gary. All right, Keith, it's your pitch.
so this game left in the hands of Tomas Nido, who has had 2 at-bats since coming on for an injured James McCann. And he hits it on the ground behind the bag at third, and it goes under the glove of Anderson. Here comes Canna with the tying run. Nido hits to second, and he makes it safely. And the Mets have tied the game in the 10th.
I don't know if Anderson would have been able to get it out, but at least he would have saved the run had he stopped that ground ball. But it went right underneath his glove. They're going to give Nido credit for a double, and the Mets have tied it in the bottom of the 10th.
So the game is tied. The winning run's at second. The batter is Nimmo. No balls and a strike. The pitch. Nimmo, it's a grounder back to the mound. Scott bobbles it, picks it up. His throw to first is low. He throws it away. Tomas Nido scores. The Mets win the ball game. 5-4 in 10 innings. The Mets run out to Brandon Nimmo at second base. He gets mugged by his teammates. An improbable victory in the bottom of the 10th. 2 miscues by the Marlins defense, and the Mets win 5-4.
Okay, I get it. 86 magic. Seen it before. It's just impossible to escape thinking along those lines, isn't it?
A ball hit right back to the mound by Nimmo. Tanner Scott hit it with his glove. He bobbled it near the mound. He had plenty of time to make a good throw to first for the out, and he just bounced it. It was nowhere near Aguilar. Tomas Nido scoring easily, and what a way for the Mets to win.
A season I ever saw a closer have.
Swing and a miss. He strikes out Olson with a slider, and there's the first down in the 9th, and the golden sombrero for Matt Olson. One year that came in the 7th against Scherzer. 0-2 coming.
Struck him out. Went right back to the slider, got it away, and Diaz has back.
Down to their final strike. 0-2 from Diaz.
He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Edwin.
Strikeouts, Met pitchers 833. Lindor gets one in the air to right field. Acuna drifts back, looks up at the wall, and it's out of here. Francisco Lindor with a towering 3-run homer. And the Mets lead it 4-0 in the 3rd. Escobar in the 2nd, and now Lindor
with a 3-run shot in the third, his 16th of the year, and the
Velasquez dashing down the line.
Morrell hits one on the ground. Beautiful stop by Escobar, up and throwing, low throw. Davis picked it out, and the inning is over. Oh, wow! J.D. Davis with the pick of the year saves the game. What an amazing play by Davis after Escobar made the sprawling stop, and the Mets get out of it in the bottom of the 10th. Oh, wow.
And that ball was an in-between hop for J.D. Davis. So difficult. Kept his foot on the bag and also made the play. And J.D. Davis with the pick with a bad hop as well. What a play.
Amazing play by a guy who's played very little first base.
There goes Lindor, and it's driven out to right field. Suzuki is there. Tagging is Guillorme. Guillorme coming home. Suzuki's throw to the plate on a hop. Skips on by. Guillorme scores. Lindor goes to second. It rattles around at the backstop, and Lindor will stop at second base. The Mets have the lead in the 11th inning on a sacrifice fly by Pete Alonso, bringing in Guillorme. Alonso has driven in both runs for the Mets today, and they lead 2-1 in the 11th.
So 2 down, and now it's Jeff McNeil coming up to hit. McNeil making his second All-Star appearance. That one down and in, it hit him. And McNeil will take his base, so a slider down and in.
3-2 the count. Now the pitch. Vogelbach lines one to right center. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Mazzara over to get it. Vogelbach around first. He holds on with his first Mets hit. And the Mets have their first hit of the game. This crowd, they love him.
That was a hanging breaking ball from Musgrove, and Vogelbach hit it pretty sharply into right center field. Easy base hit for Dan Vogelbach. And the Mets finally get their first hit of this game.
You don't have to give in here.
2-1, Alonso hits this one well. How well? A 3-run home run. 25th of the year at RBI 79, 80, and 81. They pitch to the polar bear, and he makes them pay.
Tony, explain something to me. What's Joe Musgrove's best pitch?
Slider, sinker in and slider away.
Marker in the top of the inning.
That's driven out to left field, and Hicks goes back, takes a look, and it's out of here. Eduardo Escobar with a 2-run homer to put the Mets in front. Number 12 for Eduardo.
Opened up on that one. I think a slider right now away will get him.
Struck him out. Slider away indeed.
0-2 to Rizzo.
Struck him out.
1-2 to Gleyber Torres.
He struck him out, and the ball game is over.
Starling Marte. Lindor on deck if they get to him. Marte will hit. A shot in the left field, and the Mets, thanks to Escobar's leadoff double, breaks the winning run. Starling Marte, the hero tonight. Mets win it 3-2.
Seth Lugo came in and shut down the Yankees offense in that top half of the 8th inning after they tied it, in the top half of the 9th, giving their offense a chance to win it.
The offseason acquisitions have paid huge dividends in the Subway Series. Escobar, leadoff double, big home run last night. Starling Marte, RBI single to win it. Max Scherzer, 7 great innings tonight.
Starling Marte, an electric player, and a jolt of electricity into this rivalry. A playoff atmosphere, and a difference maker type player. Coming up big in a big spot.
Davis hammers one towards center. Bleday back to watch this one go. Home run, J.D. Davis.
Bomb.
A cannon to straightaway center. The move to go to the pinch hitter works for Buck Showalter, and the Mets have taken a 4-0 lead. Naquin hits it toward right center. That falls in for a base hit, and it bounces all the way toward the warning track. It scores McNeil. Naquin goes to third. The relay throw too late. It bounces away, but Naquin will stay put after an RBI triple. His first hit as a Met, and it's 4-0.
This is a big ballpark. It wasn't backed up well at all by De La Cruz. There's no reason why that ball should bounce over his head. He had no chance at the ball. And Naquin hustling.
And now for the first time in 391 days, Jacob DeGrom will stride to a major league mound.
With a left leg kick, the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Got him with the slider. And so DeGrom. He did dial that one down to 93. Punches out Victor Robles, and DeGrom is getting a standing ovation from several of the fans, particularly those seated near the Mets dugout.
Jeremy Hefner keeping a close eye, keeping a look at Jake's mechanics, making sure that he doesn't overthrow. There'll be some adrenaline, I'm sure, here in this first inning. And he goes to the off-speed pitch, and he gets Garcia. Back-to-back strikeouts for DeGrom.
Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and he got him with a slider.
0-2 coming. Struck him out. DeGrom with 4 strikeouts in the first 2 innings, and looking very much like himself.
Begins his windup, his 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball right down the middle at 99 miles per hour.
And he has Cruz chase a slider for strike 3. So in a spot where Jake needed a strikeout, it takes him just 3 pitches to get it. And he bans Cruz for the second out.
I believe, Gary, it's a changeup. There's a circle change. First one he's thrown.
That's line to center field. Nimmo trying to close ground, and he dives, and he made the catch. Oh, wow. Brandon Nimmo laying out. That ball was behind him.
Wow.
Tremendous play by Nimmo to rob Robles of an extra base hit and save a run. This was phenomenal.
What a play.
Two on the way from Weems, and Vogelbach gets one in the air along the right field line, back toward the corner. Back goes Palacios, and it's out of here. A grand slam for Daniel Vogelbach. His first home run as a Met, and he scores 4. 13th home run of the season. His first RBIs as a Met, and it's a quartet. Daniel Vogelbach makes his mark, and it's 6-0 New York. 3rd career grand slam for Vogelbach, and the Mets' 4th grand slam this season.
Well, really a good not a good matchup for Weems. A fastball hitter. He got into a hitter's count, bases loaded, and got the fastball and covered it. And that just about blows this game out of the gym here.
The word platoon. Naquin slams one deep right field. That ball is out of here. Tyler Naquin with his first home run as a New York Met, and he scorched it. 2-0 New York. Three-two coming. And Naquin launches one out to left field. Rosario going back, looking up at the wall. It's out of here! Tyler Naquin with his 2nd home run of the night.
wind goes the other way. A 2-home run game.
Say the word. More guys playing position.
Check swing. Did he go? He went around strike 3. The home plate umpire, Stu Sherwater, called it him. 0-2 to Riley. Struck him out. 1-2 coming. Struck him out. High heat from Edwin Diaz. 2 men down. There goes Harris. It's hit on the ground. And the throw is going to come home for the tag by Nino. He's out.
Didn't hustle.
Darno came down the line. Guillorme was going to throw the ball to first, but he saw he had a shot at Darno, and he made a perfect throw to Nino, and they get the out at home. What a play.
That is heads up, and that is just lack of hustle. And he not only shows the glove with his hands, but also with his brain. That is just, I've never seen that play.
Olson and Riley to follow. 2-2 to Swanson. Struck him out. Struck him out. Back to break. Got him looking, and the ball game is over. That's launched out to left field. Back goes Fraley. He'll take a look, and it's out of here. Francisco Lindor with a 2-run homer. Number 20 for Lindor, and it's 2-0 New York.
Great at bat.
And passionate, sure, but they want you to succeed.
Bohm takes the 10th pitch of the AV into the 6th hole. Francisco Lindor. And then a long throw to retire Bohm.
Easy. Throw right on the money. Bam.
There's a story on MLB.com this week that said Francisco Lindor may be underrated, which I think would be hard to imagine.
And Lindor hits the first pitch, a little bloop to shallow right. Castellanos will never get there, and that'll bring in Nimmo with the first run of the game. With the infield in and the outfield deep, Lindor drops one in between, and the Mets lead 1-0. 82 RBIs for Lindor, one more than Jose Reyes' record for a Mets shortstop. And a 2-2 count, and Swanson lifts one to shallow right. Tough play. Alonso, McNeil, Jeff, Clinching makes the catch. Beautiful play. Full squirrel from Jeff McNeil to run down that pop-up and get Alvarez through a crazy inning in his first big league go-round in 7 years.
Boy, what a play, Jeff. Bravo.
So the Mets have their third extra base hit, and Brett Beatty will step to the plate for the first time in the major leagues with a runner in scoring position. Gets a breaking ball and hits it out to right. Acuna goes back to the warning track, looks up, and it's out of here. How about that? Brett Beatty hits a 2-run homer in his first major league at bat. Second pitch he sees, and Beatty hits it out of the yard. A moment to remember for Brett Beatty and his family. A 2-run homer, and it's 4-0 New York.
Oh, wow.
2-2 coming. In the air, down the left field line, back toward the corner. Veerling near the wall, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso lofts one inside the left field foul pole. Number 30 for Pete Alonso. He's driven in all 3 runs tonight, and the Mets now have a 3-0 lead. 54 at bats without a home run. Alonso breaks that drought. And Alonso grounds one over the bag, backhanded by Bohm. Low throw, and skips into right field. Nimmo is in. Lindor will go to third. Mets lead at 1-0. Good stop by Bohm along the line, but a bad throw trying to get the force at second, and the Mets score the first run of the night. It's 1-0 New York.
Well, invariably, that clock that you have as an infielder tells you when you have to rush and not rush. And because on the backhand, he knows he has to get rid of it quickly because he's trying to turn 2 on Alonso.
This is where you miss Nito, who gives you a little better chance. 1-1. Breaking ball line into right field, and that's going to fall for a base hit.
It's going to bring in 2 runs. Michael Perez with his first hit as a Met, and he drives home 2. And the Mets have a 2-0 lead in the 5th. Everybody contributing.
When you're having one of those kinds of years, this is the kinds of things that happen.
Canna's 1 for 3 at a base hit to center his last time up. And he gets on the first one, hits it deep to left, back toward the corner, right near the wall, and it's out of here! Mark Canna ties the game with a 3-run homer! What a road trip for Mark Canna. Huge series in Atlanta, and now he hits a 3-run homer to get the Mets even in the 7th inning. Boy, that's extended his way. 2-2. Fly ball left field. Back goes Maton looking up at the wall, and it's out of here! Mark Canna gives the Mets the lead with his 2nd home run of the day. Unbelievable! Canna ties it in the 7th, gives the Mets 1-2 to Derek Hall. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Edwin Diaz puts on the. Well, that's for sure. And swing he does, and he launches one to deep left. Forget that. That is way out of here. Pitch to me with first base open. A clock 1 out. Number 31 for Alonso, a 2-run shot. And Canna pulls one past McMahon and down the line. Rough around third, he'll score. McNeil being waved around third. And he will score without a throw, and the game is tied. Mark Canna comes through again. A big 2-run double to get the Mets even in the 8th.
He just rips his fastball. I know the game has changed. You've got to guard the line. No doubles here. McNeil can't score in that ball. Actually, if they're guarding the line, it's not a double in the corner. It's a base hit to his left. McNeil can't score.
0-2 to Alonso. And Pete hits it on the ground toward the home base hit. Here's Nimmo on third, heading for the plate. Nimmo slots in safely, and the Mets win it. Pete Alonso on an 0-2 pitch drives in the winning run at the bottom of the 9th, and the Mets win it 7-6.
Diaz wanted the pitch a foot outside. He wanted that slider to be outside, an 0-2 count.
And there's your hanger. And then there's your, look to your left, folks. There's your base hit. And you're not going to throw Nimmo out. Big wide turn by Brandon, but he's got the speed.
Hilliard saved him once, but couldn't save him again. Not against Nimmo's ability to run.
What a win.
Well, Elias Diaz's 3-run double in the 8th, put the Mets behind the 8th ball, but Canna with the big hit in the 8th to tie, and Alonso down in the count comes through with the game win.
Well, these two teams traded blows all night long. Marte with the triple, Canna with the 2 doubles and late 3 RBIs.
1 to Turner. That's lifted in the air, deep to center. Back for it, Nimmo, still going toward the warning track, leaping up at the wall. Nimmo! Made the catch! Oh my goodness, what a catch! Brandon Nimmo up near the wall in right center. May have taken a home run away from Justin Turner. What an incredible grab by Nimmo. 2 away here in the 7th. That was up over the wall when Nimmo reached up at the fence and pulled back what would have been a game-tying home run.
Pumping his fist, screaming, all right, let's go.
6 in his career against Diaz. Struck him out. 3 sliders, sit down. 1 out of the 9th. 1-2 coming. Struck him out. 103. 100. He'd been playing it his entire life.
Canna drives one deep left field. Back goes Birdie onto the warning track, looking up, and it's out of here! Grand slam, Mark Canna! First career grand slam for Mark Canna, and he busts the game open. The Mets with an
blew up on Friday night. Nito skies one to deep center field. Back goes Blade to the warning track. Back at the wall. It's out of here. Tomas Nido has done it. His first home run of the season. In his 243rd at bat, Nido gets the monkey off his back.
What's wrong with my mechanics? Let me go look at more video. All these numbers with the analytics.
Nido flies one deep right center. Hermosillo back, and it's out of here. Tomas Nido. He went 5 months without a home run, and now he's hit 2 in less than a week. He hit his first home.
Jr. Alonso cracks one to deep left center. Back in the gap goes Hermosillo. It's out of here.
Pete Alonso homers for the second straight night. Number 35 for Pete. And the Mets inch a little closer. It's now 6-3.
If they get scored against early in the game, they're having trouble. Toward the middle of the diamond, Lindor runs it down the spinorama, and he got him. Oh, wow, what a play. Francisco Lindor with a gem. Spinning throw to get Bodie for the first out.
On 3-1, Vientos gets his first major league hit. It'll drive home a run. Mark Vientos knocks in Brandon Nimmo. He's got a big league base hit and an RBI, and it's 6-1 New York.
What a relief, right? 0 for 10, you said?
Yep. And man, a dream come true for any kid who grows up wanting to be a big leaguer, makes it, gets a hit. But how about when you do it for the team you grew up cheering for?
For high school, no, I'm sorry, for elementary school students.
Look out, Kenny and Dave down the line and gone. Francisco Lindor with a 2-run home run. Well, the native of Puerto Rico launches one here on Clemente Day, and it's 4-1 Mets.
Mitchell at second, Chavis at first with 2 down. And Cruz gets a curveball and flies one deep to right. Back goes McNeil onto the warning track. Right at the fence, and he made the catch! Right at the orange line! McNeil!
Wow.
Big time play. He's only played a handful of games in right field all season, but wherever you put him, he makes big time plays, and McNeil just saved a couple of runs on what would have been an extra base hit for O'Neill Cruz. But McNeil makes the play and keeps the Mets in the lead.
I don't know if that gets out, but it's certainly a run-scoring double at the minimum.
Hayes hits one off the end of the bat to shallow center. Racing in is Nimmo, out Guillorme, and Nimmo sliding to make the catch. Well, Brandon plays such a deep center field. That's a really long way for him to come, and the ball had just enough air under it.
There's Brando up. Brandon up top of your screen. He broke back first. And I think he kind of fell down just because he was a little worried about Guillorme being so close. And he's calling for it.
And now back on the Citi Field mound, Jacob DeGrom ready for his 9th start of the year.
And he struck him out with the fastball. And Castro goes down on the changeup. And he struck him out. 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Hayes goes down swinging, and DeGrom's got 4 straight. And Sawinski takes strike 3 call. And a good back foot slider by DeGrom to strike out Collins. And he strikes out. And he struck him out. 100-mile-an-hour fastball by DeGrom. There's a good slider to strike him out. On the outside corner, he got him looking. And Hayes down on strikes. And a half swing, it's in there, call strike 3. Struck him out. 13 strikeouts in 5 innings for the incomparable Jacob DeGrom. And he leaves in a tie game in favor of Seth Lugo. Strike 3 called. Joely Rodriguez takes over as we go to the 7th. And Suwinski down on strikes for the 3rd time today as Joely gets it with a changeup. And he struck him out. Got him looking. Joely Rodriguez strikes out the side. And it's on the outside corner. 3 fastballs. He looked at them all and cruises out on strikes for the 2nd out. Got him looking. Side retired. 5 strikeouts in 2 innings for Joely Rodriguez. A franchise tying 19 for the Mets pitching staff today. Trevor May will try and get the final 3 outs. He got him looking, and the ball game is over. The 20th strikeout for the Met pitching staff today. That ties the major league record. 2-2. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. For the first time since 2016, the 2022 New York Mets will be going to the postseason. The 10th postseason berth in franchise history. And along the way, Max Scherzer picks up his 200th victory with 6 perfect innings as the Mets win their 94th game in 2022. And they have clinched at least a wild card. 13 games to go. A 1-game lead in the National League East. And reason for at least a muted celebration tonight as the Mets have made their way into postseason play.
And Buck Showalter return and to the postseason. He's been a big part of this. This team has really matured. The 5 players they've brought here in the offseason just brought the veteran leadership. And this club, they only had 3 times that they have a 3-game losing streak. That's very difficult to do, Gary. They've been consistent all year.
And they beat one of the best pitchers in baseball tonight en route to this clinching victory. They beat Corbin Burns. One huge hit by Pete Alonso, a 3-run homer that put the Mets in front. Scherzer was nothing less than brilliant in retiring all 18 batters he faced as a return from the injured list. And plenty of joy to go around tonight for the 2022 Mets. That's driven to center field. Back goes Taylor to the warning track at the wall. It's out of here! Pete Alonso does it again! Another 3-run homer to get the Mets right back in this game. 37 for Alonso. And this is now a 1-run game, 4-3 Milwaukee. Bases loaded, 2 out. And Lindor hits one in the air to deep left field. Back goes Yelich to the warning track, looking up. It's out of here! Francisco Lindor with a grand slam to put the Mets in front. Oh, wow! Lindor, first pitch, clears them. 7-4 New York. Two coming. Guillorme has to move his feet. He got hit. And he'll go to first base. And that one sets the record. That's 106. Should we play some celebratory music? Da 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 da. Number 106 off the foot of Guillorme, and that sets the modern major league record. Did Buck get the ball?
Yes.
Is he going to get it authenticated? He wants it. He knows it's the record. He's going to get it authenticated. Yep, that's it. History right there. Roger Clemens and Calvin Schiraldi. That's driven to left by Escobar, headed back toward the wall. Pinder, and it's out of here! Eduardo Escobar with a grand slam! The Mets' second grand slam on this road trip. Lindor in Milwaukee, now Escobar a grand slam in Oakland. Kemp rolls one over. McNeil was back in the shift, has the bare hand, and he got him. Oh, wow, what a play. Jeff McNeil playing about 20 feet into the outfield against the speedy Kemp. And so he had to barehand it on the run and make the toss, and he got him by a half a stride. What a play.
Well, this is the play against the shift that is so impossible. But the bare hand, the throw, and the dive all at the same time, he sticks the landing as well. And defensively, he has been just so great all season long, wherever you put him.
So second in the National League with the 38 home runs. He's now 4 behind Kyle Schwarber, who's hit 2 today for the Phillies. That's up the middle and off the glove of a diving Clement. And Alonso's got a base hit. Alonso hits one deep to left field. Forget that. That is way out of here. Pete Alonso, number 39, and he's now the all-time single-season Mets RBI leader. 125 runs batted in, breaking the record held by Mike Piazza and David Wright.
Pete, you are now the man.
Well, he broke the Mets home run mark in his rookie year when he hit 53 in 2019. And now he owns the Mets RBI single season mark as well.
I played on a team with Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco in the stadium. I did not see many balls in that area. That was a tremendous blast here.
Pete's 2 for 3 today. Pops this one up to shallow right. Tough play. Garcia going out, coming on Capel, and it lands for a base hit. Ball comes loose. Alonso heads to second. Capel's throw is offline. Good hustle by Alonso, and he winds up at second base.
Good read by Pete. Once he sees, he proceeds on to second base.
They're going to score that a single and an E9. And Pete smacks one the other way. That's deep. Back goes Capel to the warning track at the wall. It's off the fence, bouncing away. Nimmo is in. Here comes Canna. Lindor right behind him. All three will score. A 5 RBI day for Pete Alonso as he delivers a bases clearing double. 11-1 New York. So on the day he has set the Mets RBI record, he goes about obliterating it. 128 runs batted in.
Well, Gary, we were talking about how he's made himself a complete hitter. So after hitting a 451-foot home run to left center, he has the ability to hit a ball on the line to right field off that fence to score 3. That's hitting.
4 hits, a double, a homer, 5 RBIs for Alonso. 3-2. And launched to deep left field. Back goes Bleday on the warning track at the wall. It's out of here. Number 40 for Pete Alonso to get the Mets right back in the game. To Escobar. And Eduardo punches one through the hole. Base hit. Here comes Lindor. Bleday with the throw to the plate. Lindor is safe, and the Mets win it. It's the month of Escobar. 5 RBIs, including the game winner of the 10th, and the Mets win it 5-4 to go a game up on the Braves. Escobar drives in all 5, and the Mets come from 4 runs down to win it in 10.
Perfect approach by Escobar. Don't forget Lindor dancing off second, kept the shortstop, might have even broken his back as he gets it out into the outfield. Boy, this was a closer play at home than I thought it was going to be by J.J. Bleday, but maybe that outfield playing so shallow made that play close.
Gave a chance against the speed of Lindor. Escobar with his 6th career walk-off hit brings Lindor home with the winning run. And the Mets, after seeing on the scoreboard that the Braves had lost in extra innings in Washington, pull out an extra inning win at home.
Because the Braves have pounded the baseball over the wall, it's accentuated one of the deficiencies of the Mets. Vogelbach sends this to right, way back, and that reduces the deficiency. Daniel Vogelbach. He hits his 18th of the year, and he takes Morton out to tie it at 1.
How about the DH spot? That was the big question with the New York Mets this season. early on in spring training, everybody was excited.
McNeil rifles this one down the line. He watches it go. That's a big fly for Jeff McNeil. His 8th. Second home run of the night for the Mets, and they go on top. A no-doubter for McNeil. He stared at it from Jump Street and had no hook on it. Diaz.
I don't think Edwin heard it.
Oh, he had to hear it. Didn't he? He had to hear it.
I will say this, though. Mets fans.
For the order in the 9th, and likely will face Kenley Jansen. That didn't take long.
That's it on the ground, smothered by Lindor. He gets to his feet and throws out Vargas. Second terrific play of the inning by Lindor, and that one saved a run.
We keep talking about the track. It's not a quick track. There's soft dirt out there, and that first step sometimes you can blow out. You've got to be careful on it, and he made a good first step and got to that ball.
Lindor up, Lindor to his left.
He watches it right in. He's been so solid out there all season long.
Boyd pops one up into shallow center. Long run in for Nimmo and Canna, and it's Canna sliding, and he made the catch with some hydroplaning to boot. Nicely done by Canna for the first out.
Both the guys converging well on it. Nimmo gives way to Canna. Makes the play nice and easily, and then he's got a little slip inside. Nicely done right there. Good form. See how wet his hand was when he came up off the turf?
Bob's going to throw those pants in the dryer. For Nimmo. And Brandon hits one out to right field, chasing Thomas back to the warning track at the wall. It's out of here! Nimmo homers again! His second home run of the day! And the Mets are again off to an early lead thanks to the bat of Brandon Nimmo. 2-2 to Lindor. And he launches one to deep right field, and back goes Thomas for a look, but that is way out of here up in the second deck. Nimmo and Lindor hit back-to-back home runs to start the first inning, and it's 2-0 New York. Number 26 for Lindor, and he crushed it.
Well, we
got look who got the ball.
Yeah, we got core into those swings.
And now McNeil cracks one deep right field, and that ball's out of here. How about that? 3 in a row. Nimmo, Lindor, and McNeil back to back to start the first inning.
Well, you know, Jeff's thinking anything you guys can do, I can do as well, or better. That's Jeff's mentality.
Curveball drilled to deep left center field, headed back toward the wall, and it's out of here! Francisco Alvarez's first big league hit is a long home run! Welcome to Citi Field, Francisco Alvarez. 27 home runs in the minor leagues this year, and now his first big league hit. He takes it out of sight.
Wow, well, that's not lightning.
Look at Pete's trying to get in and then just shunning him.
That's drilled down the left field line by Canna, headed back toward the corner. It's out of here. Mark Canna lines a 3-run homer and gets the Mets off to a fast start on closing day. It's 3-0 New York. Number 13 for Canna.
Well, Gary, all season long, we've seen Mark, and there's a little bop.
We'll tap her back to Joely, and the ball game is over. The 2022 New York Mets conclude the regular season with 101 wins, the second most in the 61-year history of the franchise. And the Mets go into the postseason on a positive note, sweeping the Washington Nationals to get to 101 wins.
You talk about sustained success. Well, they did it for almost all of the season this year. And batting champion number 1, Jeff McNeil.
Well, the journey's just starting for this team, but the 6 months that have just passed are something to be awfully proud of. Only the 1986 team that won 108 games forged more victories in a season than this group. 101 wins for Buck Showalter in his first year as Mets skipper, and he'll take his 4th different team into the postseason as the Mets get ready for the best-of-3 wild card series with the Padres starting 2 nights from now.